people are actually beginning to reflect multiple heritages in all their families so that it becomes harder and harder to touch an American family that can be defined in terms of a unique ethnic background.
It, I mean, DNA testing all over the place. People are finding out, wow.
Wow. And it's all visible. We see, yes, we have DNA, which gives us, of course, the microscopic view, but it's visible to the eye, particularly, interestingly enough, among the least advantaged. And this is something that has escaped attention almost completely. So everybody's eyes are up on the professional, the elite class, and what's happening there. But that's not where the changes are most dramatic. Those are the ones that are represented in cinemas and television and in politics. But it's on the ground, and people who live basically almost hand to mouth in a certain sense, who are beginning to uh, mix in manners inconceivable just a generation ago at an extraordinary rate. So that means they're redefining what America literally is. And all the conversation about what America was and the lingering effects of slavery and all of that sort of thing completely missed the point because it's no longer a discussion about America.
Out of many, one.
Very much the case. What's actually happening is a new mainstream is emerging. So all the conversation about a future of a majority of minorities in the United States is false. It's not a future of a majority of minorities. It's a future of a new mainstream into which discrete elements have been absorbed. And guess what? We can see this if we take the time to look at it. And one of the things I say from the very beginning of the book, as you know, is that you've got to avoid looking at it from the mountaintop.
That was fascinating to me. There's two views. There's a mountaintop view and a valley view.
Correct. The mountaintop thinks it's orchestrating things. It's engineering things. And it looks down upon the valley as just a vast, shapeless mass ready to be formed. And in the valley, human beings are living their lives, yes, living them under all kinds of exiguous circumstances, externalities and conditions that affect them, that create contingencies in life to which they have to react, but still living as human beings.
That's where the living is happening.
That's where the living is happening. And when we look at the valley, we realize that the valley looks up and says, oh, I don't know what they're doing up there, but I got to get on with life. And therefore, I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to mix it up with all the things around me in all the ways necessary in order to shape a human existence. And that's where the absorption is taking place. That's where we're seeing, at a phenomenal rate, actually, families mixing across lines of ethnic origins, racial backgrounds, historical relations and backgrounds in ways that are not contemplated and not even reflected in our census accurately. So at the valley level, if we are paying attention to the human beings and not paying attention to the abstract idealizers,
the algorithms,
then we will see a robust, vibrant human society shaping itself in conditions that have been configured by the original founding of this country. And so the book is about that. And it says, basically, the title is The State of Black America. Why? Because that's our customary conversation. But it's really about America. And so we get from invoking the customary expectation to the uncustomary usage to force everyone to see there's a question you haven't looked at. There's an understanding you haven't grappled with. That America is real and it's happening before our eyes. That's what the book is about.